Hello everybody, welcome back to Playing as a One Bro, the Dragon's Dogma report. Let's crack on with episode 4. As from last time, we finished off the Valmiro quest, just checking in with him, that's fine. Saw Pike walking around from the mall quest that we picked up last time, and decided to tell him to go home, which he seemed remarkably chipper about, even though he was going off to die. He seemed cool with it, which I thought was interesting. But, you know, you do you.
The reason will come back. He has to come back. He wouldn't forget me. He doesn't make mistakes. He never gets anything wrong. Never.
So, headed back to Mall via a different route. I thought I'd try not fighting bandits this time because I nearly died last time. So I went sort of around to the right-hand side of the area instead, and found some Saurians, some Strike the Tails, which was fun. You know, bought them, and I saw something in the distance that I thought I saw what it was, and I saw like a snake, and then I thought, oh no, and it was a chimera from the opening of the game. So I decided to have a go at it, and after 10 minutes of using all my healing items and with a health bar that was barely moving, I didn't do it. I died.
The Arisen would never lose to a chimera.
So I gave up on that for the moment. So I went back to Mall instead via a different route, which was just round left instead. Headed back, finished him up, who told me that apparently I have Mall's token of amity now, so the bandits don't fight me, except for the one guy outside the door who didn't get the memo, but he's dead now, so who cares? Decided to head round to Goblin Beach, just kill some goblins, as you do. Thought I'd whiz around and go up north and do the quest with the Shadow Fort. On the way, I saw something else in the woods, a different thing in the woods. I saw a dragon, and I remember this from my first game. I remember him being a problem. So I skirted as far around the side of the dragon as I possibly could, and ended up at the Shadow Fort. One of the worm hunt quests, one of the big 4 quests you need to do for the next part of the game. I met Sir Robert, who asked me to go inside to open up the gate from the inside, because he can't spare any men. And of course, being the only person who can do anything in this world, I was like, oh, okay, fine. So you go in, fight about the tower, find a broken switch, head down, oops, daisy, meet the Cyclops. Managed to open the door and get the Cyclops trapped in the door, but not in a position where it's easy to kill him. So found the lever and noticed that there were some artilleries firing on me, which I tried to get rid of and failed, and then gave up on for the moment. Headed back downstairs and thought, I know what I'll do. I'll let the boys in, and I'll go take out the artillery at the other end, which I couldn't find a way in. I went around a bunch of different rooms and I couldn't find any way in. I actually fell into a cavern that is apparently Goblin Hell. Lots and lots and lots of goblins in a very, very small area. But I did it. And this leads to a locked area, which apparently is a problem for later. So we're going to come back to that another time. Came back, decided to deal with the artillery for real now. So I went back to the cannon that was up on the top. Tried to shoot it at the other ones. I think I got rid of one, but I was trying to shoot off the other one. While I was doing that, the Sir Maximilian, or Sir Robert, got killed. And I failed the quest. And because it's that kind of game, there is no reloading a save at this point. If you failed the quest, you failed the quest, and it checkpoints you. And I failed the quest now, which is a bit of a shame.
The Arisen, he would never allow a team of warriors to be defeated by Cyclopses. Never!
So, apparently that means you can never go into the castle where the artillery is shooting from. After noticing there were a couple of Cyclops downstairs that I didn't really want to mess with, I decided to call it a day and go home instead. So on the way home, I went another way instead, skirted all the way around the Chimera, saw him coming and went all the way around the outside, and found a really useful camp with some salesmen and a place I could sleep, which I did. So headed on back, avoiding our friend, got home, checked in with the blacksmith.
The master works all, you can't go wrong.
Combined a buttload of materials together, made some potions, because I need something better than green warish at this point, so I combined a bunch of potions up, and apparently then, by accident, blew up the innkeeper. Whoops.
The Arisen would never blow up an innkeeper.
Because I blew up the innkeeper, I then went to prison. I went to prison super hard, and the guard was like, yo, bribe me, and I've got a lot of money. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to bribe my way out of this one. So I bribed my way out of this one. Doing a good job today. I reported into Maximilian to report the failure, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, dude, but he's remarkably cool with it. The quest still completes, just not very well, which was fine. Handed over some herbs that I think I got from Celine a little while ago. I can't remember, it's like one of the little quests you get. Picked up the next quest instead at the cathedral. there is a priest who wants to know about some men that are sent out to research a cave. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll do that later. First, I wandered around the noble quarter, I think, trying to find shops. Ended up finding the lady, Madeline. That's her name. I wrote it down and I can't read my own handwriting. I found Madeline, and she sold me a few things. And I also found the Black Cat, where you can get forgeries made and find some special equipment. There was a mask I'm looking at, but maybe I'll pick that up later. So after this, rested up till the morning and decided to head on and make my way to the Water God's altar to find the boys. 2 seconds out the door, Griffin attack. Oh no! It jumped and it killed a load of men, and I panicked and it got away. I don't think it came back. I waited for it to come back for a while and it didn't come back, so I just kind of got on with it after the end.
The Arisen would never allow a griffin to get away.
Made my way around to what I thought was the area to come in, and it calls it the Man-Swallowing Falls, which is really nice. Just a good name. Met a man called Hazlitt, who claimed himself to be a massive craven, a big old coward, because his friend Juan went in, and he didn't want to go in, and he hasn't heard from him, so I have to go in and find the boy. So time to go in and find a boy. Nip in, fight some Saurians, get myself a lever, and then we find a new problem. Invisible Saurians that hang out on the walls. I did a bit of work here, kind of looking for them and trying to shoot them before they were a problem. Some of them fell in the river, some of them, they just cut the skeletons in the middle that I shot, and they died. That was fine. And yeah, got a lever. Did I get a lever? I can't remember. I'm not editing. Found a Cyclops. I blew him up with my new powder charge skill, which I picked up, which is you put an explosive on the ground and then he bursts. I blew him up a couple of times and it felt really good. The Cyclopses aren't that much of a problem now. I can fight them pretty well when there's only one of them anyway. So managed to do that, nip outside, inform the coward boy that I found his friend, and then he tells you to go back in to find the stuff, do a recce. This is where things started to get a little bit difficult. There's a lot of skeletons, which aren't a big deal in the, you know, the grand scheme of things, but when there's a lot of them running at you fast and I wasn't quite ready for them, it wasn't too bad. But I beat the skeletons eventually. Found a button to lower some water, which I did, and then I have to go and find these slates, these altar slates, which are very, very heavy. Welcome to this problem. There is a ghost problem now. There are these ghost enemies that float around and cling on to you, and I could not, for the life of me, work out how to get rid of them. I was swinging, I was trying every special ability I had, nothing was working. I think usually you've got a mage with you who shoots them with magic. This may be something I need to look into, because this cannot be a problem that will persist. So the ghost problem was one thing. I got 3 of the ghosts, went around the corner, oh look, now we have a Cyclops problem, just hanging out in a cave, which kind of solved itself when I ran away from on a ledge and he came and just hung out downstairs. So I blew him up a couple of times, shot him a few times, pretty easy win. I'll take that one. The next problem was the real problem. The next problem is the encumbrance problem. The problem with these slates is that they are very, very heavy. They weigh like 9 kilograms each. I can't carry that much stuff, and I'm usually carrying a load of curatives on me because I need them. Any equipment, any items I've picked up in the meantime, you know, because I've picked up a few bones and things in the cave and some ores and some, you know, stuff like that, so I'm loaded up with stuff. I couldn't pick up the 4th slate because I had too much stuff.
The Arisen would never try and pick up too many slates. That's silly.
So I nip outside to try and give the slates to the boy to clear him out. He will only accept 5 at a time. So I had to throw things away. I had to actually throw things away, which I was very upset about. But I got it just underneath the limit. As long as you're lower than 100, you can still pick up 1 more item. So I made a beeline back in, picked up the last slate, ran back out, gave the boy the slates, was annoyed that my stuff that I dropped was nowhere nearby because it discards like that in this kind of game. It doesn't just drop on the floor. God damn it. Decided to head on home, back to Grand Soren, checked in with Maximilian, who was pretty happy that I'd done the problem. And upon there, I called it a day. Lots of failure on this one. Lots of failure. I did not expect to lose to a Chimera that early. I did not expect to fail the quest at the Shadow Fort so hard. And I did not expect to have a problem with ghosts that I couldn't do anything about. And also behold too many things. A lot of problems on this episode, but we got through them. For next time, I'm going to try to level up a bit. So I'm going to just do a bit of grinding, I think, just to try and make myself a bit stronger, because if I run into another Chimera or Griffin, I'm screwed. So that's going to be my aim for the next session, is to become much stronger, much quicker. Maybe that means looking up where I can find some materials to level up my stuff. Who knows? We'll work it out later. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Paddy Does a One Bro. The Dragon's Dogma Report. I nearly forgot the name of the series. Episode 4. I hope you're having fun. I'm having fun. And I will see you all soon. Goodbye.